While probably the most recognizable superhero of all time, Spider-Man was responsible for nearly completely bankrupting Marvel.
I declare bankruptcy! A
mid-90s comic series known as the Clone Saga was horribly received, and among other bad business decisions made by the company at the time, Marvel laid off a third of their employees, forcing them to head towards the movie-making industry, which ultimately skyrocketed the company's success. Spider-Man was originally based on a fly. Stan Lee decided he wanted an insect-like hero that could stick to surfaces and climb with ease. He went through several concepts before changing direction and eventually decided to pitch the idea of a Spider-Man. This was horribly received by the head of Marvel because people hate spiders. Spider-Man is the first teen superhero featured to not be a sidekick of some kind to a prominent adult hero, making him and his school life far more relatable and inspiring for many a younger fan, from the comics to the games to the movies. James Cameron, director of Aliens, Terminator 2 and Titanic, came very close to making an R-rated Spider-Man movie of his own in the 90s. His casting choices being Edward Furlong as Spider-Man, Drew Barrymore as Gwen Stacy, Leonardo DiCaprio as Harry Osborn, and Arnold Schwarzenegger as Dr. Octopus. In 1978, Japanese TV network Toei licensed the franchise from Marvel and made 41 episodes of Spider-Man, which has practically nothing in common with Spider-Man at all. See for yourself.
Spider-Man, let's go!
Before making Spider-Man history, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland were up against Leonardo DiCaprio, Heath Ledger, Freddie Prinze Jr., Jude Law, Charlie Sheen, Josh Hutcherson, Michael Cera, Robert Pattinson, and most notably Jake Gyllenhaal, who is now set to appear in Spider-Man Far From Home as Mysterio.
You don't want any part of this.
One of the more bizarre and dark comic sagas had Mary Jane die of cancer due to the radioactive nature of Spider-Man's sperm, the story explaining that if Peter's blood is radioactive, so too would every other fluid in his body be. One of the most beloved and successful Spider-Man villains, Venom, was actually originally created by a fan of the comics. Marvel bought the creation for $220. Peter Parker has actually taken on the role of 4 additional superheroes. After being framed for the murder of Norman Osborn, Peter had to give up the Spidey suit and use the personas of Ricochet, Dusk, Hornet, and Prodigy while he tried to clear his name. Because of the blues in Spidey suit and the entirety of green in Green Goblin suit, the hero and the villain had to shoot their scenes on alternate studio backgrounds.